Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the change of command ceremony for the 492nd Special Operations Advanced Capabilities Squadron. I'm Major Sean Person, and I will be your narrator for today's event. During today's ceremony, outdoor protocol will be observed. Therefore, hats will be worn, and military members are asked to salute during the national anthem. Civilian members may pay respect to the flag by placing their right hand over their hearts. Today's event is being broadcast live, and guests are welcomed and encouraged to take photos and videos throughout the ceremony. Today, Lieutenant Colonel Jared Harris will relinquish command of the 492nd Special Operations Advanced Capabilities Squadron to Lieutenant Colonel Jacoby Baker. Presiding over today's ceremony is the Commander, 492nd Special Operations Wing, Colonel Andrew Jett. To help recognize the importance of today's ceremony, we are joined by the Command Chief, 492nd Special Operations Wing, Chief Master Sergeant Clint Grizzell. We would also like to extend a warm welcome to those watching the ceremony from their homes or offices, friends, families, colleagues, and the men and women of the 492nd Special Operations Advanced Capabilities Squadron. We're also honored to have with us today Lieutenant Colonel Harris's family, his wife Veronica, their children Jared, Kyle, and Sophia, and his mother-in-law Maritza. Joining us virtually are his parents Robert and Martha, his brother Ryan, and his sister-in-law Christy. Lieutenant Colonel Baker's family, his wife Heather, their children Caleb, Luke, Benjamin, Elijah, Reagan, Lily, and June, his parents John and Suzanne, and his parents-in-law Gary and Sandy. Thank you all for making the time to be with us today. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the arrival of the official party and remain standing for the singing of the national anthem and invocation.
So proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallant. And the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Would you join me in prayer? Almighty God, we ask your blessing on this change of command ceremony for the 492nd Special Operations Advanced Capabilities Squadron. We thank you for the leadership of Lieutenant Colonel Jared Harris, his dedication to excellence, and his impact on the squadron. As he relinquishes command and passes the guidon of leadership this morning, we are indeed grateful for that leadership. We ask that you bless Lieutenant Colonel Harris and his family as they transition to their next chapter. Continue to grant them success and open doors for his success and advancement in his Air Force future. And as command is assumed by Lieutenant Colonel Jacoby Baker, we ask your blessing on his leadership. Grant him favor from the members of the 492nd SOACS and season his leadership with wisdom and vision. Strengthen and sustain Lieutenant Colonel Baker as he leads. Grant him stamina that he needs to direct, guide, and care for his airmen. provide encouragement and rest when needed, and strengthen him for this new role. Lord, we thank you for the men and women of the 492nd SOACs. Continue to keep your hand of security, strength, and protection over them in the days ahead. Help them to follow well and make their new squadron commander proud. Now bless this ceremony, bless our Air Force, and continue to bless our great nation. We pray all of this in your holy name. Amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Thank you, Chaplain Gordon, for your words, and thank you, Senior Airman Jones, for that wonderful rendition of the anthem. At this point, Lieutenant Colonel Harris would like to present flowers to his wife, Veronica, his mother-in-law, Maritza, and his daughter, Sophia, and squadron coins to his sons, Kyle and Jared. Lieutenant Colonel Baker would also like to present flowers to his wife Heather, his mother Suzanne, his mother-in-law Sandy, and his daughters Reagan, Lily, and June, and squadron coins to his sons Caleb, Luke, Benjamin, and Elijah. On 10 May 2017, the Commander, Air Force Special Operations Command, established the 492nd Special Operations Advanced Capabilities Squadron as a subordinate unit to the 492nd Special Operations Wing. The 492nd SOACs uses technical and operational expertise to rapidly assess, develop, engineer, integrate, and adapt technology and software for direct application to AFSOC missions. The unit operates and maintains AFSOC's specialized command and control and network mission systems. Additionally, the 492nd SOACs monitors emerging technologies and operational capability gaps to provide opportunities for technology exploitation and tactical utility. It is now my distinct pleasure to introduce the commander of the 492nd Special Operations Wing, Colonel Andrew Jett.
Okay, thanks everybody. Really appreciate the opportunity to be here. Chief, fellow carpetbaggers, and especially the proud members of of the 492nd Special Operations Advanced Capabilities Squadron. Good morning and thank you for joining me today as we celebrate the outstanding command tour of Lieutenant Colonel Jared Harris and welcome Lieutenant Colonel Jacoby Baker into that role. Unfortunately, due to his deployment, Colonel CoC could not be here to conduct this ceremony, but I'm humbled that Jared Jacoby asked me to stand in his place. I want to take a moment to thank Senior Airman Jones, Chaplain Gordon. Thank you very much for the national anthem and the invocation. Absolutely wonderful. To the people who worked hard to put this ceremony together, your attention to detail and the ability to innovate and adapt during the pandemic has enabled us to honor a great Air Force tradition. So thanks to each and every one of you. Most of all, I would like to welcome and thank the families who are with us today. We're happy to have Jared's wife, Barrow, his mother, Maritza, as well as their children, Jared, Sophia, and Kyle. Also, a hearty welcome to Jacoby's family, his wife, Heather, their children, Caleb, Reagan, Luke, Lily, Benjamin, June, and Elijah, his parents, John and Suzanne, and in-laws, Gary and Sandy. And I would also like to welcome Jared's parents, Robert and Martha, and his brother Major Ryan Harris, who are watching via Facebook Live. And what you may not know is that I have a little receiver in my ear, and I'm actually communicating with your mother right now, Jared. Hang on 1 second. Yes, ma'am. Uh-huh. I can't ask him that. Yep. Okay. Yes, ma'am. Okay. She says she hoped you picked up your room this morning and put on fresh socks. Okay, good. Well, all joking aside, we know that leadership is absolutely a team sport. We cannot do any of the things that we do without the support and love of all of our family members. So to each and every one of you, thank you for being here. This is a proud day for the 492nd Special Operations Training Group and the 492nd SOW. I'm happy to showcase an outstanding squadron filled with dedicated warriors and proud to highlight two of our superb officers. Members of the SOACS, many in AFSOC know you only as Digital Dagger. They associate you with making sure their electronic flight books and flight planning software is working, but Colonel CoC and I know that you are so much more than that. If there's anything that this unique time in our history has shown me, it's that hard work and innovative efforts of the SOACS has kept AFSOC afloat and able to meet its global commitments. Today's change of command is a perfect example of that. While we are physically distancing here today, I know we are also broadcasting this to both your deployed team, your people at home here at Hurlburt, as well as at Cannon, Mildenhall, Kadena, and Harrisburg. No other squadron in AFSOC has as far-reaching of a mission as yours does. There isn't a day that goes by that I don't have a meeting with the Wicker Secure Chat program, a program that has become a reality because of the developmental work here at SOACS, and that is now being hailed as a benchmark across the entire Air Force. What's even more impressive is what goes on behind the scenes. The military, government, civilian, and contractor force who work seamlessly to ensure continued service is both a role model for others to embody and a testament to the strong leadership skills that Jared and Jacoby have. The vast abilities of these two leaders in your team are not lost on me. Standing up and managing AFSOC's transition to cloud computing, rapid data link technology, and deployed and home station operational support, all while dealing with the chaos caused by switching contract partners, shows just how professional you are. Without a doubt, your ability to conduct rapid development and engineering to meet the warfighter's needs and support AFSOC's command, control, and mission systems across a broad range of platforms is simply unparalleled. For the last few years, Lieutenant Colonel Harris has provided the calming hand of leadership to steer the SOACS through a challenging mission while growing capabilities and developing his people. You will hear more accolades when we present his meritorious service medal. But I will say that shepherding a $28 million contract ensuring continuous operations while supporting multiple deployed and overseas locations is incredibly difficult. But Jared, you made that look easy. As I mentioned before, Colonel CoC is not able to be here today, but he wanted me to relay a story that encapsulates what kind of person Jared is and why he was perfect fit to command the SOACS. He shared the following, and I quote, From my first interaction with Jared and the rest of his team at the Forge, I knew that I had a commander who truly cares about his mission and his squadron. The SOACS has a hard job. It's hard to understand, and even harder to convey to AFSOC leadership. But Jared, with his mix of soft aviator and communications officer, was the perfect person to do it. He has always been able to help me understand the finer points, as together we fought off the advances of parts of the headquarters to try to misuse the SOACS. Of all his great attributes, the one that kept shining through was how much he cared for his people and the mission that they do. And that is what really impresses me about Jared. That, and he took me for a ride in his super cool Tesla, which is a perfect physical manifestation of Jared. The only downside is he had to discover the hard way that it doesn't do off-roading very well. At least the replacement is just as cool, if not cooler. Jacoby, you have big shoes to fill, but your mix of AFSOC credentials and technical acumen make me confident that you're the right person for the job. End quote from Colonel SOACS CoC. Well, Jared, I've known you for many years now, and it actually just occurred to me that I've never been offered a ride in your Tesla. Accepted. Thank you. Through your command tenure, people got to know the Jared that I know. Driven yet selfless, upholding high standards with compassion and thoughtfulness, and the bandwidth to absorb high levels of information while understanding the minute details. In all, the perfect professional. We value a commander's ability to lead people and manage resources to improve the unit and execute the mission. And Jared, you have performed admirably. As we spoke about last week, I can't wait to see the great things you're going to do in your next position at Southcom. I'm excited that the mantle of SOACS leadership will shift to another extremely talented officer, Lieutenant Colonel Jacoby Baker. He's the perfect fit to take over the reins. You have Jacoby's biography in your programs, so you can see that he's a gunship weapons officer with over 16 years of AFSOC experience. What you don't see there is the continuous record of performance that he has exhibited. We only pick our best to teach at weapons school. One of the most important parts of the weapons school is developing tactics and providing insight as new weapon systems come online. While Jacoby was leading a branch in the headquarters weapons and tactics section, he was lauded by multiple general officers. One said he crushed the commander's top innovation priorities, and another lauded him as that elite officer and aviator. While on the headquarters staff, he was essential in refining the target list of over 60,000 separate targets during Operation Freedom's Sentinel in Afghanistan. And if you recall, this was the renewed focus on counterterrorism that went after the remnants of Al-Qaeda while also building the Afghan special forces to secure the Afghan people. The results of this effort were operations with 0 civilian casualties and increased security in Afghanistan. He then took this refined understanding of tactics and operational experience and used it to develop the next generation AC-130 gunship, which today we're employing in combat. So you can see that Jacoby has a history of bringing innovative solutions to the battle space. This experience makes him the perfect fit to take over the SOACS. As you move into the commander role, Jacoby, remember that you are well suited for this, and I'm confident that you will lead this unit to new heights as we continue to shape, execute, and evolve. Thank you.
Thank you, Colonel Jett. The Meritorious Service Medal was established by Executive Order 11448 on January 16, 1969. It is awarded to members of the Armed Forces of the United States who distinguish themselves by either outstanding achievement or meritorious service to the United States. This award was established as the counterpart of the Bronze Star Medal for recognition of meritorious non-combat service. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the presentation of the Meritorious Service Medal to Lieutenant Colonel Harris. Attention to orders. Citation to accompany the award of the Meritorious Service Medal, 3rd Oak Leaf Cluster, to Lieutenant Colonel Jared R. Harris. Lieutenant Colonel Jared R. Harris distinguished himself in the performance of outstanding service to the United States as Commander, 492nd Special Operations Advanced Capabilities Squadron, 492nd Special Operations Training Group, 492nd Special Operations Wing, Hurlburt Field, Florida. During this period, Lieutenant Colonel Harris commanded a diverse squadron of 225 active duty, civilian, and contract personnel to execute the Air Force Special Operation Command's $34 million command and control and mission systems programs. In addition, Colonel Harris led 4 geographically separated locations to provide round-the-clock support, enabling 21,000 combat missions during 5 named operations. Additionally, through Colonel Harris's leadership, the squadron operated and maintained $24 million worth of command and control systems, comprised of 25,000 pieces of accountable equipment, maintaining a 99% reliability rate with 0 incidents. Furthermore, Colonel Harris presided over 4 rapid development projects supporting a total of 230 special operations aircraft to meet critical combat needs 75% faster than traditional means, while saving the command $5.8 million. Finally, he led with principle and poise during the coronavirus public health emergency, reducing risk to personnel by 77% through creative scheduling and teleworking capabilities, all while preserving full mission capability. The singularly distinctive accomplishments of Colonel Harris reflect great credit upon himself and the United States Air Force. Please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, the Commander, 492nd Special Operations Advanced Capability Squadron, Lieutenant Colonel Jared Harris.
Thank you, Major Pearson. Colonel Jett, Chief Grizel, family members, teammates, and to all those loving and supportive folks who can join us virtually. Good morning from rainy, humid, kind of sunny, hot, sticky Florida. Thank you for all for taking time out of your busy schedules to show your support of the squadron on this special occasion. Under normal circumstances, a change of command ceremony is not a small task to plan and coordinate, not to mention the current environment we're in. So to Major Sean Pearson, Master Sergeant Erica Guerrero, Mr. David Desjardins, Tech Sergeant Amanda Cavarubio, our public affairs team, communication support, especially all the squadron volunteers who made this day possible, thank you. You endured multiple changes of date, venue, a last-minute weather shuffle, all while making it look easy. Senior Airman Jones, you have an amazing talent. What a beautiful rendition of our national anthem. Thank you. Chaplain Gordon, thank you so much for sharing your words of wisdom and encouragement with us. I've especially enjoyed your support through my time in command and your time in Special Operations Wing. Your messages of how to face ethical dilemmas and trying life events have made a great difference in the resilience of our force. To my wife, Vera. Well, babe, we knew we could do this, but I couldn't have predicted how it would push us to our limits and how tough it would be on the family. Oh yeah, plus global pandemic, all the stresses of homeschooling, and your full-time career that never let up. And some of you may know that Vera's had a number of medical concerns that kind of took my partner out for the last several months. Meanwhile, I was busier and bearing a greater load than I ever have in my career. And so throughout this tour, I know I took from you and the family. And many times I came home with really nothing left of myself to give you and the kids. I don't think that often seemed fair. But it was a sacrifice our military family made. Only I was the one who took the oath and not you. All I can say is that everything of me you didn't get over the last 15 months, I gave to this squadron. And we thank you for that. And thank God you stuck it out, because if I didn't have you and the kids, once I passed this guide on, I'd be pretty lost. To my children, Jared, Sophia, and Kyle. Jared, I'm proud of you for earning Student of the Week at kindergarten and for reporting back to me each day with amazing facts about dinosaurs and your science experiments. Sophia, I'm proud of you for graduating your 3-year-old preschool class and giving me continual updates on all the Disney princesses, and also for making sure that all of my teleconferences had the Frozen 2 soundtrack for theme music. And Kyle, one day you decided to potty train yourself, so that was quite a bit of work. You saved your mother and I. And oh yeah, thanks for keeping me updated on what was happening at the boat launch. But seriously, kids, if you ever watch this video when you're older, just know that you exhausted us during this tour, and well, karma. To my parents joining us via Facebook, your presence is still felt here today. Thank you for communicating with Colonel Jet on that. I do have fresh socks. Unlike my brother, who may not be wearing socks right now. I face the challenges in life with the wisdom you instilled in me and the experiences we shared, and the confidence that can only come from the immense love and support you've given over the years. I hope I can still grow to be as selfless a parent as you both are to me. To my brother Ryan, also joining via Facebook, thank you for your continued service to our nation and for all the advice and counsel you provided over the years. Our careers have had some really wonderful crossing points, almost in Afghanistan. It was really close. And I'm so grateful for the support you've given me and the family. To my mother-in-law, Marita, we have put an immense amount of responsibility on you in the house, and every day you happily deal with 3 exceptionally spirited children, and I see the exhaustion. I'm not sure how Vera and I could be doing what we're doing if we didn't have your support. Colonel Jett, sir, thank you for agreeing to officiate due to Colonel SCoC's deployment. I appreciate your humbling words about the squadron, and thanks to you and Michelle for demonstrating true servant leadership and having a genuine love for the people in your wing. I'm so grateful I had the chance to command with you, and I've learned so much. I also can't thank you enough for the multiple times you defended this unit, getting us a seat at the table for some strategic decisions, and allowing us to let the ground truth be known unfiltered to our senior leaders. It made all the difference in ensuring the SOACS delivered on its demanding mission, and your trust and confidence in us never wavered. To Colonel SCoC, who I think will be viewing this video on demand while deployed. Sir, thank you for allowing me to passionately advocate for this unit. You had more patience than you probably could have had with the complex issues I raised, and you chose to mentor me rather than punish me when I didn't have all the answers. I greatly appreciate your leadership and for always challenging me to be better. To my fellow squadron commanders, you were some of the finest people I've ever served with. Your leadership has been inspirational, and I can't understate how much I've learned and leaned on you all during this command tour. You are on the leading edge of the cultural revolution to achieve the AFSOC we need and the one we all want. To my lifelong childhood friends, coaches and mentors, extended family, past and present commanders, colleagues, and all those Dracos I used to fly and fight with, I am who I am because of you all. There is simply no way I can possibly put into words everything you've all given me, but know that I'm humbled and grateful. I'd like to take a moment to recognize the fallen crew of Ratchet 3-3, Ryan, Nick, Justin, and Julian. These are my combat brothers who gave their lives for love of country and for all of us. But Ryan Hall in particular was a mentor, flight commander, and a great friend of mine. He and I spoke a lot, and we spent a lot of time discussing leadership philosophy and how to make the 319th a more effective combat unit, how to better support one another. Ryan, I did my best to honor your legacy through my service, but if you happen to be watching my command performance, I'm pretty sure you'd have plenty of constructive critiques to share. In my limited time, there are simply too many people to recognize, so I'd like to speak directly to the men and women of Digital Dagger in my remaining minutes. First, I want to recognize our deployed teammates, Alex, Haas, Craig, Tyler, Chris, Keith. Thank you for your dedication to this mission, for the sacrifice your families are making, and for bringing Digital Dagger into the fight. Second, I can't possibly convey how grateful I am for the leadership team and the support staff in the squadron. Jacoby, Erica, David, Andrew, Sierra. You're the lifeblood of this unit, and you cared for our squadron members as family, including my own family. You kept us afloat. Lastly, to our teammates at PSI, who also have folks downrange, and especially DQ and Nate, thank you for your dedication to our mission. The squadron is full of true quiet professionals. You're dedicated to your mission, uninterested in the spotlight, and only satisfied by results. In other words, you don't like to brag, so please permit me to do it for you. It starts with a legacy intertwined with over 16 years of AFSOC combat history, providing persistent decision quality information aboard our aircraft and within our decision-making nodes, so that our forces can be more lethal while assuming less risk. Persistent, meaning the most vital information is continuously readily available. Decision quality, meaning that the information is valid, timely, relevant, reliable, and actionable by our operators. We achieve this purpose through operations and maintenance of specialized systems, many of which we developed, and through rapid innovations with existing tools and technologies to solve emergent operational needs. These tasks are not trivial, and the stakes for getting them wrong are literally life and death, because those who are making the decisions are routinely contending with those types of questions. So here's what you've brought to the command in the last 15 months alone. Global round-the-clock operational support, enabling every Air Force Special Operations combat mission. Operation and maintenance of specialized mission-essential systems on over 160 AFSOC aircraft. 17 deployments supporting 5 named operations on 3 different continents. Near-perfect reliability for products and services that are inherent to every flight hour AFSOC flies, period. 4 rapid development projects bringing game-changing new capabilities in the hands of our operators. This is all of you. Putting numbers to these achievements is overwhelming, so I'll just say Air Force Special Operations Forces and our joint partners more generally were more lethal and more precise while operating with lower risk and more freedom of movement because of this unit. You all did it in the face of scarce resources, manning challenges, and a global health emergency that forced us to completely rethink how to accomplish our mission. And in an instant, you threw away all the old ways of doing business and pivoted to new operating concepts without dropping any mission support. You came through it more connected and more capable than ever, delivering value to the command relentlessly. I'm especially proud of the progress you've made in realizing the vision to build a more highly effective team, gratified in our work, fortified by a culture of respect and support, and unified by clarity of purpose. No matter what the command needs you to be or what resources you may have to work with, don't lose focus on the reason this unit exists: to achieve better results in the application of soft air power. Continue to stay integrated and engaged with our customers, because shared experiences and intimately knowing the stakes are the only ways to truly provide relevant, timely solutions. And in so many cases, we've seen how we can be the most powerful advocates for our operational units. My role was to advocate for our permission to act, secure some resources, and focus our efforts with priority and pacing, and watch your backs while you were heads down in the mission. I did the best I could in that role, and I wish I had more to give. But you all took this unit to even greater heights, and it's impressive. Thank you. To Lieutenant Colonel Baker, Heather, and family, thank you for everything you've already given this unit. Jacoby, we have learned and experimented, succeeded and failed together throughout the command tour, and you were so much better prepared to take the helm of this unit than I was. Thank you again for sharing the vision of this squadron, and now you can draw on the confidence of your experience as operations officer to even more aggressively pursue our purpose. It has been an honor and a great learning experience to work with you, and I know you'll guide this squadron to even greater success. I couldn't be prouder than to have served with you all over the last 15 months, and it has been an absolute life-changing experience for me. But now I have some family business to attend to, and I'll get to rest easy knowing you all are out there in the fight. Thank you all again for sharing this occasion with us.
Thank you, Colonel Harris. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand. At this time, on behalf of the entire 492nd Special Operations Advanced Capabilities Squadron, Lieutenant Colonel Miller will render a final salute to Lieutenant Colonel Harris.
Sir, the 492nd Special Operations Advanced Capabilities Squadron thanks you for your exceptional leadership and proud.
Please be seated. The change of command has been an important ceremony from the earliest days of our military, signifying the formal change of leadership in an organization. The passing of the flag from the outgoing commander to the incoming commander is accomplished in front of the entire unit, so all can witness their leader assuming command. The person who controls the flag also controls the soldiers and their allegiance. On July 3rd, 1775, an elaborate ceremony was staged, with 21 drummers and 21 fifers, as General Artemus Ward surrendered command of the Massachusetts militia to General George Washington. 8 years later, General Washington said farewell to his officers. With a heart full of love and gratitude, I now take leave of you. I wish that your later days may be as prosperous and happy as your former ones have been glorious and honorable. Today's ceremony, drawing on the traditions of George Washington, pays tribute to the glorious and honorable achievements of the men and women of the 492nd Special Operations Advanced Capabilities Squadron as they change command from Lieutenant Colonel Jared Harris to Lieutenant Colonel Jacoby Baker. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the change of command. Attention to orders. 492nd Special Operations Wing, Special Order Number Golf Alpha Bravo 2002. Under the provisions of Air Force Instruction 51509, Lieutenant Colonel Jacoby Baker assumes command of the 492nd Special Operations Advanced Capability Squadron from Lieutenant Colonel Jared Harris, effective 21 May 2020. At this time, on behalf of the 492nd Special Operations Advanced Capability Squadron, Lieutenant Colonel Miller will render a first salute to Lieutenant Colonel Baker.
Sir, I present to you the squadron.
Please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, the Commander, 492nd Special Operations Advanced Capability Squadron, Lieutenant Colonel Jacoby Baker.
Thank you, Major Pearson. I really appreciate all of your hard work planning and preparing today's ceremony. I know it wasn't easy with all the COVID restrictions and last-minute changes, but you made it look that way, so I guess you're just that good. Master Sergeant Guerrero and David, thanks for all your help backing up Sean. You both are the real backbone of our unit, and we just couldn't stay focused on what matters without you. Colonel Jett, thank you for stepping in for Colonel Skopak last minute. It's truly an honor to have you do this for us, and I couldn't be more fortunate to command under a leader like you. I'm excited about the opportunity, and I thank you for your trust and support. Chief Grizel, it's quite an honor to have you here too today. You're never without an encouraging word at the end of most of the staff meetings or the update briefs, and I look forward to many more of those. Thank you for being here. To Chaplain and to Senior Airman Jones, thank you so much for a wonderful prayer, for calling on God's blessing on my command and blessing Jared. Thank you for that beautiful rendition of the national anthem. Our kids hear it every day next to the base at Eglin, but they've never heard it like that. So thank you. To everyone else who would normally be here today to share this honor with me, family, friends, mentors, leaders, you all helped to inspire me in one way or another to walk down this path, and I thank you for that. I wish I could look out and see all of your faces right now, but just know that I'm thinking of you, and I'm grateful for all you've done for me. Mom and Dad, thank you for being here. It means so much to me. You both played the biggest part in shaping who I am today. You never stopped believing in me, but you never let me off the hook either for reaching my full potential. So thank you for pushing me toward excellence in everything, and still loving me when I fell short. Gary and Sandy, I'm so glad you're here to celebrate this with us. You've both done so much for Heather and me. You've helped carry much of the burden of my career. I can't thank you enough, and we couldn't have made it here without you. Caleb, Reagan, Luke, Lily, Ben, June, and Eli. You guys are awesome. You really are, and I don't tell you that enough. But you need to know that I'm one of the most blessed dads in the world. You never complain about how many times and how many things I've missed, even though I know you want to, but you don't. So just know that in your own way, you've each served our country more than most ever will, and I'm proud of you, each of you. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for your never-ending love and the joy that you bring me each day. Heather, what can I really say to adequately thank you for all that you've done for me and all that you will do? You sacrificed so much and so much more than I ever will, rarely asking or expecting anything in return. You've truly poured out your life for our family and enabled me to focus so much of my effort and energy on the mission. You're my true source of strength and the foundation that I stand from. Thank you for seeing in me what I often can't see in myself, and for continually inspiring me to succeed. You are the epitome of a servant leader, and the truth is that you set the bar for me, so thank you. Jared, what an honor it's been to serve with you. You've worked tirelessly to set this unit up for success, which I know is almost always an uphill battle, but you never stopped fighting, even down to the last day. So thank you for that. Thank you for clearing the path for us. Your efforts will not be wasted, I promise. To the men and women of Digital Dagger, whether you're here right now, watching online, or just too busy hacking the mission to do either, I get it, I understand. It's been an honor serving with you over the last 17 months, and I'm incredibly humbled by the privilege to be called your commander. Let's keep moving forward, keep fighting the fight, and keep providing information and technology superiority for AFSA. Thank you.
Thank you, Colonel Baker. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the playing of the Air Force song and departure of the official party.